this particular rally is about, and I will tell you, like I say, I have two great women behind me, my sister Barbara and my sister Mary, as well as my brother Joe. That's only a third of the family that I have. And like we have learned, we all fight like a Flynn, right? We all fight like a Flynn. So,
fight like a Flynn. 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 Fight like a Flynn.
So let me, number one, when people ask me this all the time now, in the last couple of days, certainly, on a scale of 1 to 10, who's going to be the next president of the United States? And I say 10, Donald J. Trump.
Yeah!
10, without hesitation. Without hesitation. The other thing that I want everybody to know, and there's a lot of people listening, our courts have a purpose in our country. Our court system has a purpose in our country. The justice system has a purpose in our country. But the courts do not decide who the next president of the United States of America will be. We the people decide.
Yeah!
We the people decide. You represent every state in this country. Our Constitution is not about collective liberty for the people that live inside the walls of Washington, D.C. It is about individual liberty for each and every one of us. The Constitution is the framework that we live by. And the founding fathers of our country, they were really, really brilliant. And they told us then, 240 years ago, they said they knew that corruption was going to exist in the lifeblood of the United States of America at that time. They saw it. They lived through tyranny, and that's why they formed this great experiment called America. And one of the things that they knew was that the people of this country have the best feel for how we should be, for us to breathe the fresh air of liberty, for us to be able to have the freedoms that we desire, for us to have the freedom of speech, right? The freedom of speech. For us to work together as individuals, as communities, as families is so important. And they knew that in time, the deep corruption and the fraud that is being perpetrated on the United States of America through this previous election is outrageous. It's outrageous. We will not accept it. We will not accept it. And I will tell you. So what I will say is that why don't the people around the country that are in these powers, these positions of power, why don't they want to see the truth? Why are we having, so speaking of the courts, why are we having these legal battles to fight for honesty, to fight for truth? I mean, it should not happen in this country. It should not happen in this country. So for the brave Americans that watch this, maybe some of you are in this category, these thousands and thousands of people who came forward in their states, the swing states, but they're coming forward across the entire country with their stories where they witnessed incredible inappropriate behavior, fraudulent behavior, probably in some cases criminal behavior. And they're being threatened. I mean, they're being threatened. That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable in this country. All we want, all the President of the United States wants, is he wants to make sure that we have a free, fair, transparent count.
Yes.
That's it. I will tell you that truth, honesty, honor, It triumphs over everything else. It triumphs over lies. It triumphs over the abuse that we get out of our government at times. It triumphs over corruption. It triumphs over dishonesty. All we want is we want people to be honest. That's it. We want people to be honest. We have a process. We have a constitutional process that is underway. And honestly, dates don't matter. Everybody's freaking out about the 14th or January 5th or all these different things. What matters is the truth. And we demand the truth.
The truth! The truth! The truth! The truth! The truth!
Okay?
I think that a lot of
Thank you.
well, he's right, Flynn.
God bless Flynn! God bless Flynn! God bless Flynn! God bless Flynn!
Fight like Flynn.
God bless Flynn!
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, it's humbling.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So as I look through here and I look at this media crowd, and some of them are probably really fine people,
I don't go into the city.
you know, these organizations that they work for. I mean, even today, as we're going around to these different events in Washington, D.C., we're being shadow banned, or we're being censored. I mean, they're censoring, the social media companies are censoring the President of the United States of America.
Can't have
It's everywhere.
I took the time and I watched the hearings in Pennsylvania, the hearings in Arizona, the hearings in Michigan, and the hearings in Georgia.
So, like, okay, that.
And I'll tell you, the only station that I could find it on that streamed the whole thing was One American News. And I'm not up here touting their game. The media, and I'm talking to the media right now. I'm talking to the international media, and I'm talking to the United States media. This is a crucible moment in the history of the United States of America. It is unprecedented, and we are not going to accept this censorship from our media.
That's right. That's right.
All my social media accounts will probably be dropped, you know.
Okay, so
Hey.
you know how to get back here?
We're waging a battle. And as I have said in the past, in our brains bring a certain type of sense about who we are, and that's where fear exists. Fear exists in your brain, where honor, dignity, honesty, truth, and liberty, it exists in our hearts. And that's why we're different than anybody else on this planet. That's why the United States of America has the greatest people in the world, and we are going to continue to fight this fight. We're not going to give up. We are not going to give up.
No fear here! No fear here! No fear here! No fear
And this is
here!
not.
Stop the steal! 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 Stop the steal!
This is not about President Trump. It's not. It's not about the Democratic Party. It's not about the Republican Party or other parties that exist in our country. This is about the presidency of this country, the Constitution, and the United States of America, and the very fabric that we live by, which is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And now we want truth.
Yeah.
We want truth.
Yeah.
So,
We want truth! We
when the
want
president
truth!
when he went down to Georgia the other night for a rally, a great rally that he had, you know, people started saying, "Fight for Trump," right? Fight for Trump. And what I say is that these people in his party, the Republican Party, I'm going to call them out right now. I mean, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Now there's a few. There's a few. There's a few. What I vote for, when I vote for leadership, I vote for honesty, and I vote for vision from the people that are running or want to run our country. And this is a really serious time. So this is a very, very serious time. What we have to do is we have to have patience, and we have to allow our constitutional process to run its course. We have to do that. The entire world is watching us. It's watching you and I. It's watching our families. It's watching our behavior. So all these people that are around there and the haters that exist, let them have hate in their hearts. And all we have to do is let our president, Donald J. Trump, know that we love him. Because we love him. And we're going to experience a lot of ups and downs. I mean, the roller coaster ride that we have been on for the last month, you know that in the year 2000, when the Bush versus Gore debacle down in Boynton Beach, Florida, right down in Florida, and they corrected themselves, but that was one county. And it took 37 days before they announced who was the winner. The media announced the winner on the second day, November 4th. Fox News puts them out there, identifies Arizona. What's up? So I'm going to call people out. We need to call people out. We need to call people out. I mean, we're probably at maybe day 40, roughly, of the process that we are involved in. And we're talking about a couple of thousand counties, at least 6 states, maybe 8, maybe 10, maybe it's the entire country as we find out more and more about this foreign influence in this Dominion voting machine stuff.
Virginia's one of them.
So my message, my bigger message to you is that we the people, we will decide who the next president of the United States is going to be. And we did decide. We did decide. So to all of you, thank God for this beautiful day. Have faith, demonstrate courage and fearlessness, and never, ever give up. Never quit.
Never quit.
Never quit.
Never quit.
Never quit. And for all the veterans, all of our police, all of our first responders, all of our military, God bless them for what they do every single day. God bless them. They're serving our police, right? Defund the police. Give me a break. Right? Our police and our military and the men and women who serve in those great institutions, they're fighting on the front lines of freedom right now for us.
Yes.
Okay? Each one of you here, everybody listening at home, and all the people that are around the world that believe in this beacon of hope, this shining light on the hill. And when you think about a bunch of brave patriots that stood at Lexington Common in Massachusetts, 1775 time frame, and then they fell back because they were mostly killed. They fell back to a place called Concord, where the shot heard round the world, famous shot heard round the world occurred. Those people were they were so patriotic. I get emotional just thinking about them. And these were farmers. These were people from their churches and their communities. And they stood up against the greatest power at that time in the world. We're facing that power right now, and that power is in the media, It's in the global crowd, right, that wants to basically put their thumb down on who we are. We're not going to allow that. We're not going to allow it. Have faith, have courage, be fearless, and fight like a Flynn. God bless you.